driving home on this beautiful day. Wonderful, wonderful day. So, I was gonna record walking into Best Buy, but then there was just a ton of people inside the door. I was like, kind of feel weird. But got me one of those bad boys. Man, there was a guy walking out too, one of the employees with the Xbox, and I'm like, dang, did they got those too? So this is the one I was able to order online a few days ago. They did another drop, and I think they did another drop today. Prop my phone up here. It was the Xboxes, so I don't know, they must have got a shipment of those in too, I don't know. But yeah, I was able to get this today. And where was I going with it? Oh, cool, there's a semi blocking the road driving into the field. Living near these cornfields is so fun. Oh, well, he's a good driver. He did that one quick, man. I've been sitting here before when it's taking these guys straight up 10 minutes to back these semis in. Hopefully you guys can kind of see right there. Man, I'm driving home. That last clip you guys just saw was about an hour ago, maybe. No, not even. Went home, let the dogs out, and I had to pack up a controller. I sold one of those light up ones I made or whatever, and I had to run it to the post office. And out of nowhere, it was gray and gloomy, but it got super windy, and now it's I don't know if it's sleet or rain or hail, but man, all these schools doing these no bus things sucks, man. It makes the traffic terrible. We got a school right here to the right. You can't see it on the camera, but it makes traffic backed up like crazy through here. And then people don't know what they're doing. You know, we got a left and a right lane. Then, oh, it might not actually be that bad. Right up here to the right is the entrance, once where this escape's turning up there. And it usually is backed up in the road. Okay, yeah, it's not actually bad today. Yeah, see, normally there's cars just bumper to bumper stop right here. Even when I came through, there was 7 or 8 of them, but they were, pulled over here in the dirt a little bit at least. But man, that just sucks. I know there's a bus driver shortage, but they've been doing this at schools around us for years now. When I was in high school, you didn't have buses. I think middle and high school didn't have buses, but elementary did. I'm trying to think. Yeah, even in my middle school. Now that I remember, when we moved back down here, it was the summer after 7th grade that we moved back down here. So I was going into 8th grade, and there was no buses. We had to ride if you wanted a bus, you had to ride the city bus, which costs money every day. Or if you had a parent, or friend or somebody to pick you up and drop you off, they got the joy of sitting in this parking lot for 45 minutes plus. So that was son. I mean, glad I'm not in school anymore. Oof, I hated school. I was never one of those people that was I was bullied in school. I was always called fat, made fun of and stuff. I was quiet. I had my select group of friends, and most of them, oddly, well, I guess not oddly enough, that's a good thing. Most of my friends, that I was really close with in school, I'm still really good friends with today. A few of us kind of grown apart, but a few of us are still really good friends. I don't know, I was one of the few people, even a lot of my friends, just man, I miss high school so much. It was so fun. I did not like it. The best part was leaving every day. Why did this conversation get into school, though? I'm having a brain fart now because I'm so focused on all this traffic coming out of this place right here, because we don't go around it like we should. Traffic, man. But I'm starving too. I'm probably a little bit hangry. But yeah, no, I guess got into school talking about, you know, the schools not having buses and stuff. It was like the best thing ever though in high school when I finally did get a car. My mom bought me it was a 1992, it was my first car. It was a 1992 Ford Explorer. It was an Eddie Bauer edition, so it was like red. It was like that maroon red color with like the tan like bottom, and then like the interior was all like leather. It was actually like pretty nice on the inside. The guy had just like rebuilt the transmission, or had like a rebuilt one put in or something like that. He said it had like 190 something thousand miles on it or something like that, but I am convinced that that thing was at like 200 something thousand, like 290,000 miles. The amount of rust. So the tan part, I'll put a picture of it right here. Like the tan part that you see in the picture on mine was like at least probably 60% gone with rust. Like that thing was so rusty, like I really shouldn't have ever been driving it. And the exhaust was rusted out, so it's kind of loud. And then for my birthday, I think the year after I had it, I guess you would call it like my ex-stepdad, like somebody that my mom was married to and they divorced, that wasn't actually my real dad, so I guess ex-stepdad. We still stayed in contact, and he ended up getting me like a nice muffler and a few little parts for it for my birthday. So I stopped by there one day, we put it on, it was pretty fun. And leaving his neighborhood, I go to stop, like I did a lap around his neighborhood, which was, you know, my old house that I grew up in. And leaving his neighborhood, I go to hit my brake pedal and it just goes to the floor. And I was like, you know, I'd never dealt with that before. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell do I do? So I like threw it in neutral, and luckily I was going slow. I was probably going like 10 miles an hour, and there was still quite a few, maybe, I don't know, maybe a few hundred feet till the entrance. So I was able to like just kind of like almost coast to a stop and throw it in reverse. And I pulled up to his house. I'm like, my brake pedal just went to the floor. And you know, I'm like probably 16 and a half, 17 at the time. And so he gets under there and looks and has me hit the brake pedal. And sure enough, one of the brake lines just like was completely busted because it was so rusty. And he basically like, he's like, just park it, you know, I'll give you a ride home. So Shelby was with me. He gave us a ride home all the way back here. And he had called me in the next couple days, and he was like, dude, he's like, you need to like take this thing to the scrapyard. He's like, this thing, he's like, there is so much rust. Like there's holes in your frames, you know, every bit of the suspension was just severely rusted. And it scared the hell out of me. Like I knew it was rusty, but like I wasn't like I was into cars at the time, but I wasn't like super mechanically inclined. Like I could do like the electronics, you know, the lights, the stereos, all that cool stuff, but none of the, you know, like mechanical type stuff. And I knew how to do it, I knew a lot of it, but I had never really done it before, you know, especially on anything of mine. So he's telling me, you know, how rusty it is, and I'm just like, I don't even know what to do. You know, I'm in high school, I work at Kroger part-time, I make, you know, $60 a week. So I don't remember exactly what happened. I don't remember if he replaced one of the lines for me, or if I think almost, I want to say like my grandma had got me like AAA or whatever, and I feel like we had it towed home, but I don't remember having somebody fix it down here. So I don't remember, but you know, eventually got it, you know, driving again, and I drove it for quite some time, and then the part of the exhaust that we replaced was connected to a rusty pipe because it was severely rusty. And the new stuff that we put on had kept like just coming disconnected, so I was like super mad. I'm like, man, I would hit a pothole and that muffler would like shift and disconnect, and you know, basically it'd be super loud again. I just cleaned my camera, I think it was a little fuzzy. But yeah, so that was quite the vehicle. What did I end up doing with it? Because there was something else wrong with it. I think the brake, like another brake line had eventually snapped, and then I had like a Taurus or something at the time that my grandma had given me because she couldn't drive anymore. And that was right before she passed away. And I remember I had parked the Explorer for the longest time. Now it's going to bug me until I can remember it. But yeah, it's like I really got into cars, and, you know, like every one I got, I had to do something to it. You know, the radio, speakers, subwoofers, amps, you know, and then it went to wheels and exhausts and, you know, then like performance type stuff. So, nothing really new in the car department for me. I was always buying and trading them, and I would get something, and then 2 weeks later, you know, I have some trade worked out through Craigslist, because Craigslist was like the big thing back then. Good times, good times. Those were good times, but school wasn't. School sucked. But I don't remember where the hell I was going with that. But I'm home now. I got this PS5 and Xbox. You know, the crazy thing is too, like, I enjoy, like, I don't know why it's weird, the rush of when the companies drop these consoles and you're able to buy them, like, you know, whether it's Walmart Plus or Best Buy and stuff. Follow all those accounts on Twitter, like the PS5 stocks and drops and stuff like that. And then you get a text or like an alert on your phone as soon as any one of these websites marks them, you know, that they have them in stock. Basically, you're able to, you know, get on there and buy one. And that's the only way you're really going to get it. You're not just going to be like, oh, hey, I'm scrolling on Best Buy and they got them in stock. They sell out. Like, for instance, let's say they drop at 10 o'clock in the morning. 10:01, gone. Completely gone. You have no chance. You got to be, like, app opened, 9:59, ready to click on, like, you know, whether it's the Xbox or the PS5 disc or digital, ready to click on it and, you know, get your spot in line or whatever. Because most of them do, like, a queue type thing, like, where once you click on it, you're, like, in line, and then every person in front of you has, like, so long to, like, add it to their cart and check out, and then once it gets to you, you can add it to your cart and check out. But the weird thing is, though, like Walmart, for instance, once you get you know, once you're waiting in line, it gives you like an estimated wait time, and then it'll tell you like, okay, you've got 9 minutes, 59 seconds remaining to add it to your cart and check out. They don't actually hold the console or anything. So there was 2 times that I've done it where I got down to like 8 minutes left and it was gone. Like I couldn't buy it anymore. So I don't really understand the point of those, but I mean, whatever. It usually works. But the Xbox, a lot of my friends at work have been talking about wanting one, and I was like, hey, they're about to drop one. Do any of you guys want it? If I can get it, you know, just PayPal me the money or whatever. It's like, you know, $540-ish or whatever after tax. And everyone's kind of like, ooh, I don't know. I'm like, oh, you guys sit here and talk about wanting one every day and trying to get one. You got to wait till they come available. I was like, I can get one, but oh well, no one wanted it. But I got a couple other friends I got to ask. And man, there's one guy we work with. He scalps the hell out of them. He's on a different line, but I'm friends with him on Facebook or whatever. I don't know that we've ever actually talked before. I just know, like, we know of each other, I think. And he puts them on his story and stuff, and he's got 3 times the amount that I've ever had. I mean, he's got, like, at any given time, like, 5 or 6 PS5s, you know, 4 or 5 of the Xboxes. And, man, he prices them like crazy. I see him on Marketplace going for anything from, like, 600 used to about 800 new. And, it seems like the average price. There's people asking more, but they'll be on there for quite a few days, so I don't really think they're selling it that much. And he's posting them for like $850, $900, $825, and I'm just like, God, no, you're reaching. But hey, you know, if he's selling them, I guess. But yeah. So I don't know if I ever showed you guys this controller. I did the white one here, but I modded it with the lights and the different buttons, so it's like all white. And this white looks amazing when it's lit up. It just glows. Selling this one, but I kind of want to keep it. And then I've got another one of these 20th anniversary ones. I absolutely love these things. They're like a smoked color, and they're kind of like see-through. They got like the rubber grips. And then I have an addiction. So I've got the Forza one, which I showed you guys the other day. I'm definitely keeping this one because I was dying to get this one and I could not get it. And then Best Buy was like, yeah, you can order it and we'll ship it to you. And I was like, what? Couldn't even really afford it at the time I ordered it. But luckily I've sold some stuff since then, so it's came out good. I got the Halo one that came with my Xbox. You can't, to my knowledge, I don't think you can actually buy these ones. And of course I modded it with the lights. And I also did gold buttons because this thing should have had gold buttons from the factory with all that gold trim. Looks awesome. And then I've got my dusty 20th anniversary controller. This is the one I'm keeping. This is completely stock. This is what the buttons kind of look like. They're like black and glossy. Gotta get some lights for it. I can't decide if I want to do the black buttons or what. And then this blue one. This one came with a bundle that I had bought. And this one's about to get some lights. So you see this color, it's kind of like a blue and it like almost kind of changes in the light. Looks really cool. And the bummer thing about changing doing the lights is you're doing the joysticks, these 3 buttons, and then these 4. Most of these controllers have like some unique buttons, you know, like this one's blue, the joysticks are blue. But this one I think will be a cool trade-off. So it's got, unfortunately, like black joysticks, but they're clear down here because, you know, the light's got to shine through somewhere. But check out the buttons, man. This is gonna match like so good. So they're like, it's like a pearlescent. So, you know, it's a little bit different from the controller, but I think it looks really cool because these are just like a flat, like a navy blue. And all the buttons are just like this. So all these, you know, these 3 and then these 4 are gonna be the same like kind of pearlescent color. And the reason you gotta change the buttons out is because these ones, you can see behind it like it has the clear areas. That's where the colors come through. So I'm about to install these. And that'll probably conclude this video as soon as I get this done. So let's see. It's 3:43 right now. Let's see how quick I can get it done. I am done. Took a little bit longer than expected. Was on the way, ladies. Oh yeah. It is 4:30. Just got done, but I took probably like 15 minutes. I was just kind of messing with my phone, and I did a little bit extra on this one because I changed the power light too. So check this thing out. Actually, let me turn the light on so you can see it, and then I will turn the light off so you can see the colors. So it's not terribly different. Well, yeah, it is. So that's what it looked like. Kind of like a good before and after. Definitely looked really good before, but like these buttons just belong on this thing. So let's open it up so it looks all fancy. And then check this out. So I did a blue light, you know, of course, because we're doing blue here. So I did a blue power LED, and then you see the lights under here. That's why these got to be clear. Otherwise, I would have left the blue sticks because I think that would have looked really good. D-pad, all these buttons, everything works good. So the X button, I actually had to trim a little bit of the tab. Nothing you could ever see. The button was kind of like, sticky's not the right word, but like there was like some resistance when you pushed it. But let's go ahead and turn these lights on. So look at that deep blue. I'll go ahead and turn this light off. And then this is the mode where it just kind of cycles through all the colors. And then you press these 2 buttons right here. I don't know anybody, like, any reason why you would freaking even have that as a setting. If it didn't turn off, it would be cool if it just scrolled through each color. But it's like on, off, on, off, on, off. So that's kind of annoying. But then you got red, green, blue, of course, looks amazing. And you can see just like how intense these are. They don't look like that in person. It's really easy on the eyes. The camera just like intensifies it for some reason. And we got like a kind of like a yellowish gold, like a fuchsia, like another almost more purplish color, aqua blue, and then like a pink. Oh, that's the fade through color. Oh, it looks so good. I love working on these damn things. And I get frustrated on every single one because the wire is so short. And you have to like, the little like board that goes in here, which is this little piece right here. This part right here, you can't even really see it. This part all the way to the right actually bends down and goes on the other board because there's like two motherboards in this thing like on top of each other. So you got to mount the big one, and then the second one, like you have to bend it a certain way to get it to work, and that's where the wires connect. But then the wires go from like right here to underneath the board, like right here, which is where you get power from on the board itself. Here's another one of those kits. This one is a clear one. So I thought I had a black controller for some reason. And I was like, oh, all black would look cool with the clear, which is the first one I ever actually did. And nope, I do not have a black one, so I don't know what I'm gonna use this one with. Thought about doing the 20th anniversary one, but I was like, I don't know. It's all clear buttons on that dark controller. That might be too much, but yeah, this thing is sweet. So I don't know if I'm gonna sell it or keep it. We'll figure that out. But all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. Shelby's about to be off work. We're making some burgers, and I'll see you guys in the next video.